I finally got here, boy. I'm telling you, boy, it's been a struggle. Uh, I told y'all last couple live streams, I just ain't feeling good. And, I was telling you that the bug, we confirmed it and it passed and all the rest of that, boy. Well, the next night, it seemed like it attacked my upper, and I can honestly say that I have a sore throat that has really been like kicking my butt. So I tried to rest it out, and I don't know what's going on, man, but I'm telling you, boy, something in the air. So hopefully everybody good out there. This is Saturday. I usually don't try to come in on Saturday because I'm doing other stuff on the weekend, and I usually have something done by the time I get here for the weekend. Shout out to Koala. 8308 is in the building, dropping her content. Um, Koala, we heard you was a him. Is that true? We need to know. Put it in the chat. But we appreciate you stopping in. Let me get in the chat and see if I can keep up with people. Koala, we heard you was a him. Is that true? We need to know. Put it in the chat. Hold on. Let's see. But we appreciate you stopping in. We gotta turn that down a little bit. See if I can keep up with people. Koala, we heard you was a him. There you go. Hold on. Let's see. All right. I'm sorry about that. So anyway, man, we'll see if we can get a couple people in the house. Been keeping my ear glued to the streets and seeing stuff out here that people have been informing the people about, and I can honestly say, um, when it comes to Donald Trump, we might be hearing some stuff coming out real soon. I heard some allegations between yesterday and today, and it don't look good for him. It don't look good for some of y'all favorite rapper out there. For some of y'all, Virginians in the house. I seen one of ours out there. You know what I mean? And Pusha T, boy, like I'm talking about, Eric B. Hello, everyone. Shout out to Eric B. Man, I appreciate you stopping by, man. How you doing today, bro? Boy, look here, man. I'm glad you in the house, man. I'm struggling to get it done, man. It seemed like my throat, boy, it hurts so bad. And it's not like a sore throat. It's like I don't know, man. Like, I can't really explain it, but it is connected to how some type of sinus something, you know what I mean? I'm blessed, fam. That's what's up, man. What you got going on, man? I was seeing, different reports in your area, and stuff like that, that y'all really are still making it out the storm. Look, storm coming down. See, yeah, I had just seen that just recently, and I was just wondering, how you doing? That's good. Thank you for stopping by. I don't even know, it seemed like we just got to hang in there, as best we can. It's a couple other people that reached out to me and actually let me know. And there's a couple people I'm thinking of. I hope that y'all good as well, just for mentioning the storm and the snow, because how you doing today, man? I'm about to take this halls right now. That's just how I feel, you know. But I wanted to come out here just because, yesterday I really wanted to do something. And then I was thinking if I could just kind of, get into just the mode and to gain some momentum and try to do more than one, that'd be good, But just to get out here and at least do an hour. Sorry, I missed your live on yesterday. Um, I don't think I went live yesterday because I just wasn't feeling good, But man, I appreciate when you come. You know what I mean? What you got up. What scripture you working with today. Um, I got a chance to reach out to some of my friends out there on Crisis King. Shout out to Chris Garcia and Dustin. I ain't seen Dustin in a while. So it was good to see them. Shout out to Marlene. I also seen Marlene. Um, I behind the scenes, like yesterday, I was supposed to come in. Like I got a call yesterday from wait, BGP, and I was actually supposed to be in here yesterday, and uh, I actually told him I was gonna come, but it seemed like, well, I just didn't feel good, man, whatsoever, and it seemed like, it's fatiguing me, like it's slowing me down because it's been going on for almost a week, so. For the two people that's up in here with me, if y'all don't mind hitting a like, just so we can get another person up in here, we might can get this thing moving a little bit, get a little bit of rotation. You know what I mean? Somebody might stop by. I'm not really certain, but 5 minutes in, boy, this is difficult, boy. I could definitely tell you that. Um, so what else we got? I was listening to this dude yesterday. Let me say this, man. The conversations out here and the stuff that people been really talking about on these bigger channels, it seemed like the discussion is getting really heavy, you know. And I was at a guy's channel last night. His name is Monograph, and some of the stuff that he's talking about, like I I just know they about to censor us. You know what I mean? Like I really would say that, you know, and I'm hearing a lot of stuff about what's going on TikTok if you are a content creator out there doing stuff, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna say what he was talking about last night, boy, you know what I mean? And he said he been out here for 20 years. Like, man, I thought 10 years was a lot when I last heard that. But when he said he been out here for 20 years, I started thinking about myself again, like 20 years, boy. But the information that he has, you know what I mean? Like he has some great information. And I was in that live stream last night and it just seemed like so much great information. And I want to say shout out to him, but he took the live stream down, which I was very happy. I was there for the live stream to get that information, you know what I mean? But boy, he said something last night that I don't think we can repeat, you know what I mean? And it was just something that confirmed something for me that I was like, oh, you feel like that too? Mm-hmm. So I'm not one to really get into the Epstein files and that case and stuff like that. Like that ain't something. But I will say it seemed to be flooding the world with information, and it had me thinking to think, is something bigger going on or about to take place because of the way the information is coming out? Like if you remember how it was with Diddy, you know, or if you know how it was with the last pandemic and the George Floyd, you know what I mean? It seemed like it's about to be a flood of information that's about to come out to the world, just flooded to be a distraction for something bigger. I just want to say that only because, man, I'm seeing so much information on my other profile. Like I can go out there and just watch the stuff. And it has slowed me down just, you know, working on my own hobbies and my own projects that I would like to get done, you know, or put the time in, you know. But I'm so interested in seeing these things that's going on in these other states. Like it's a protest all over, you know what I mean, wars and stuff. Like you getting the information. Like I've always been that tight, you know, like that Tribulation News, you know what I mean? And you get it out here on YouTube. So to be out here affiliated with these streets and, you know, have my little profiles that I'm actually connected to, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's just dope for me because it always gives me something to do. We got 3 people in the house. We have not got a light today, which is all right, you know what I mean? If you're just watching it and you haven't thought about subscribing, you know what I mean? Think about it. We're going to get in here and do some things in the future. But I'm so busy with doing some things, man. You know, 2026 supposed to be a year that we just want to be alert, you know, because it seems like every time they do something at the World Economic Forum, it seems like as soon as it's over, something start to happen. You know what I mean? Like the world starts to rotate and go somewhere else. I like the fam. I appreciate you, man. I don't want to be trying to pump no fear out there, nothing like that, you know what I mean? And especially being that Eric being in the house, you know, but I will say, you know, if you have not had a relationship with Christ, you know, you have not got to know him for yourself, you know what I mean? Or you got some things that's going on where you can't sort out, you know what I mean? I would really say, you know, just tilt your head and allow him in, you know. That's why I find myself. Got him 420 074. Yo, does a 420 out there mean smoking marijuana? I'm just curious. India is in the building. Shout out to Got Him. I appreciate you checking in. Now, look, Goddamn, I got some questions for you, man. I don't know if you heard my last video. You missed it. You know, usually you try to make it to the live stream. And I only be here for an hour, you know, but you still be coming by and I appreciate it. I think it got to be close to 9 or 10, 11 o'clock at night where you at, so we in good time. Goddamn, I gotta ask you some questions about what's going on in India, bro. Can you fill us in? Remember, we was in here on a live stream just the other day. And you and I was talking, and I told you, I was like, man, look, I just don't feel like the pandemic is over. And then what'd you say? You was like, sir, I don't feel like the pandemic is over either. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, like, I've really been thinking about that, you know what I mean? And I would like to just ask you, you know, we have heard some reports out here in the United States um, about the NEFA. Is it the NEFA? I think it's the NEFA virus. And this is spreading, you know, throughout certain areas out that way. And I was just wondering if you heard anything, you know, or maybe they was listening to us and some. Man, I done heard all kinds of stuff, boy, but I don't know. I seen some funny stuff too. I don't want to laugh about it, but it is funny. Um, so yeah, I was chilling on these streets, and I also seen some other stuff that I would like to talk about, but I'm looking for a certain one or two that might know what I'm talking about when it comes to that area of town that I'll be discussing that, you know. But let me see. Boy, the chat ain't moving. Boy, I swear I'll be talking to people. They don't be talking back. They don't be saying nothing. Like, look, damn, you know, we was looking to hear from you. You know what I mean? Like, chat quiet as a mother. Let me put this right here and see if I can see the chat like this. Then I ain't gotta look around. I'm listening. I'm listening, Mr. Tribulations. You know, you really ain't gotta call me Mister. You know what I mean? And like Trib ain't even really my name. You know what I mean? But you could call me D-Nell. Um, no, sir. I'm asking you. You know what I mean? Did you hear anything? You know, out there. You know, about a virus floating around. Um, Now when I say virus, I only say Dina. Uh, is that her name? Like I don't know. It did sound like a female name though. You know what I mean? Most of these do sound like female names when they do come out with them. Um, but no, I think it is. We can definitely go look it up though. You know, I think it's the Nefa, the Nefa. But first, Japan is in the building. Shout out to DJ Sunnyside Up checking in. What you got going on, Mr. DJ Sunnyside Up? But no, I don't think it's the Dina though. Let me get it right quick. Bird is in the house. Bird know what I'm talking about. Checking in with the hammer and the hunter. I can't put you on the screen, but I will be back with the stream yards, you know, and put you on the screen. 420. Um, 420. Eric B, I had to look at the time. You know what I mean? Just because, you know what I mean? Like Eric B, shout out to Emmeline Lacilio is in the house. How you doing, Emmeline? It's been a while since I seen you, Emmeline. Koala. Um, yeah, Eric B, like you caught me off guard on that one. Look, I don't want to even say nothing just because, you know what I mean? Like I'll be out here trying to smile, man. Look, I ain't been feeling well, you know, but I feel better today. I ain't gonna lie. I said I'm gonna come out here and do something. You know, I need something to watch. Like I enjoy watching these. I don't know why. Even when they only an hour, you know, I run it back and I like to see it, you know, but to see me laughing and seeing some of the stuff that y'all, we got 6 people up in here with 1 like. Look, I don't even be tripping. I don't be asking for nothing, no nothing. You know what I mean? But can you hit the like before you leave? Like I know you ain't gonna stay long. Advance happy Valentine's Day, True. I appreciate you. You know, it is Valentine's Day, huh? Okay. Um, I'm thinking chocolate bunnies and some more stuff. I don't know, you know, but yeah, y'all enjoy y'all Valentine's Day, you know, with y'all special someone, and y'all go out there and have some fun. Now, back in the day, Van Pup. Yeah, it's funny cause See, this is why I like when y'all got conversation and I can talk back because then I get excited and stuff. But check this out. I'll watch it. I happened to bump into like a post, that Snoop Dogg had posted, right? And he was like, "Would you rather smoke with me or smoke a pound?" Right? And I said that I thought, what were people gonna say? But I like to go read comments and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But people didn't want to smoke with him. They was like, "You ain't gonna pass it to me." That's funny. Yeah, man. So I'll tell y'all, boy, keep y'all heads up, boy. It's 420 Express. Hello. Hold on. That's Doug right there. That's Doug from Canada right there. You know what I mean? Like anytime you say 420, boy, he in the background. You better believe it. I remember you, Doug. Canada's in the building. Bird. So how you enjoy yourself, Bird? No. Hold on. Hold on. What I'm thinking about. Hold on. What I'm thinking about. Check this out. Bird is on this trip, right? so I was watching this video. I couldn't catch him live because of the time difference, you know what I mean? And then I ain't on the streets like that. And then I don't have the notifications hooked up and stuff. Emily, I appreciate you still being out. Check this out. Bird out there in the Philippines walking around, right? He's like, "Hey guys, the bird just crapped on me." Bird did doo-doo on him, man. I'm talking about he had it on his arm and everything, on his live stream. I was dead weak, man. Then he is chilling, you know what I mean, out there just talking to the people. I watched the whole video, Bird. I just want you to know, just because, like Bird be chilling, and I enjoyed it, and just seeing how people would just greet him and say, hello, what I mean, and they say hello, sir, and give him the love out there. And then I will say that I was watching you and I was with you on your walk, and then when you walked up I don't want to call it a cliff, but in the little area, and it had a fish just laying right there on the floor. I mean, on the ground, And I was saying to myself, because you was trying to investigate it, you know what I mean? And I was with you on the investigation, but I was trying to figure out how did that fish get all the way up there, because you did show the dip, and the dip was it was a long, I was trying to figure it out. So did you? But then I started to think. I was like, somebody had to have been fishing, and they actually put it right there. You know what I mean? Like there's no way that thing jumped that high up. But Bird did show that they are jumping. After I shut it off the camera, the heart is in the way. Zumba aunties took selfies with me. Oh shucks. Okay. How that work for you? You enjoy that? Excellent. How are you, Bird? Let's see. You're welcome. Listening, sir. Yeah, but uh, Star Trekker, man, come on, man. Is that's what's going on? This ain't the real Gotham 4-7. This is Star Trekker. Like Star Trekker, don't come up in here playing, man. Like, don't nobody feel like playing with you, man. Like, it's early in the morning. It's Saturday. You know what I mean? Like, can you take the mask off and be yourself? Like, for once, man. Keep on coming up in here with all them different accounts. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Just because, you know what I mean? I appreciate you when you troll. You know what I mean? Because you come in with a few accounts. So shout out to you. Appreciate you, Star Trekker. Let's see. It was cute. It was cute. Okay. Hello, Mr. Dinell. Merritt Vlogs is in the house. Shout out to Merritt Vlogs. If you're looking for some help with your channel, you might want to holler at her. I just want to say that. She is the plug, you know what I mean? And she good peoples, and she look out. That's all I'll tell you. You got to do the rest yourself. The So, what you guys got going on? Bird, when is your next live stream? All you guys in the chat, how you guys doing? Like, you guys got to talk to me. Say something. You know what I mean? What are you planning on doing for the weekend? What's on your mind for the day? You know what I mean? And maybe we could just kind of have a discussion about some things. Like, anybody see something interesting going on in the world? Like, look, ain't nobody questioning nothing. Like, where is the inquisitive people? You know what I mean? That want to question these things going on in the world. Ask questions. and see if we get some answers. You never know. We might have a solution. I was thinking to myself the other day, I think when I grew up, I was growing up in the 90s, I think that was an era that we had that ambition. Just hearing the message of the music we was listening to and stuff, we came from an era of, music having a message and what it's saying. And it taught us a lot, but I think that we were looking for leaders, you know what I mean? Somebody that was able to go out there and lead people, you know. I think it's been like a drought in the air and just in life, you know what I mean? That people just aren't out here, you know, um, leading. I started thinking about it earlier today and I was like, well, why is that? And I think it's just to the point that people just don't trust people no more. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to really be around people, and I could dig it, but it's just that was an era that we lived through. In India, we have special days tomorrow. Special day tomorrow. It's the day of Zamora. Um, a Star Tracker. See, I don't like you up in here playing, because Got Him 420, the real Got Him 420 may be in here, and if he starts speaking, you know, and he's saying something, you know what I mean? I want to be able to identify him as the real one. Like, man, go, go get your real profile and quit playing, man. Like, how you wake up early in the morning and want to come playing? I need to blow my nose, but I don't want to do it on the live stream. But man, look. Happy February 29th. Um, Shout out to my cousin Ike Izzle. Today is his birthday, and it is actually January 30th. And I want to say shout out to him. Shout out to Andre Dre Day as well. His birthday yesterday. And we say boogers galore. Hey man, I ain't been feeling well, and I ain't feel like just getting. I should have just went up over there, but still, man. I mean, hey. So with 4 people in the house, man, I appreciate the ones that did like Star Tracker. When you coming up in here playing, I hope you like it. Every time you come up here with a new account, for real, cause I ain't been blocking them. I've been letting you do your thing. Let me see right quick. hmm Yep, that's what I thought. So no. So anyway, um, I don't know, man. I hope y'all been chilling, man. Just staying out of trouble, like boy, it is out there, and you can kind of participate in some things, you know what I mean? But it's what you desire, you know what I mean? And I'm at a place in my life, man, where I just want to just be happy, man. And I think it's people that make me happy to know that y'all good and everything, you know what I mean? But it's me, my desires, I don't want it to be selfish, but it's like I love doing my hobbies and I enjoy that, you know what I mean? But I enjoy life as well outside of social media. Like social media is an art for me, you know, um, to get out here and just continue to speak the culture, you know what I mean? To be a part of drawing something, a plan or a journey, you know what I mean? Like I'm right in my way to wherever I gotta go, you know what I mean? It's my plan, it's my story, it's my testimony, and with testimony, I used to love testimony service, like going to somebody's church just to hear what somebody else is going through and their testimony, where a lot of churches stop having testimony service, you know, um, but I felt like that was the way it used to actually encourage me or, help me to press. Like I ain't alone out there. It's somebody else out there that's got to go through something, that's got to press through something, that's got to live through something. That experience is going to make you grow. Many people think it's good luck if a bird poops on you. Well, you look like you was disgusted about it. I was looking at your face about it. That just had me rolling. Oh my God, boy, I couldn't stop laughing. I ain't gonna lie. Just because I know you, and then it was just like you was just like oh my God, I couldn't stop rolling. I'm telling you, you was like, I gotta watch this off me. And you just looking at it like oh man. We got 6 people up in the house, and obviously, we got 25 minutes in. Boy, I'm telling you, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I did want to come out here and just kind of chill for a minute, man, because it's the live stream that just I have so much fun on it, man. Like I feel like I wouldn't have laughed like that, you know what I mean? But we didn't see it together, But I seen it, and it was just funny because he in the chat, like he know he felt like enjoy a vacation, bird. There, from Mary's vlog. Man, I'm telling you, man, my throat, boy. See, but one thing I noticed is like I've been doing the live stream. I'm chilling, I'm laughing, I'm seeing friends, and I'm interacting, and I'm forgetting how this feels, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I, I was super mad. People kept telling me I'm lucky. Listen, the bird ain't got no respect, And then I was just thinking, a bird crapping on a bird, boy, you know, that just became real right there, So you good, man. I'm trying to think of some more stuff, man. Like I don't know if y'all been watching just what Donald Trump going through. Like, man, it looked like you about to hear some stuff on that kid, and a lot of people don't know if it's real, like if it's artificial intelligence, you know what I mean, and start listening, got him. Yeah, but you still ain't told us what's going on out there in India. Like, you hearing any reports? You seeing anything? You know what I mean? Like, how you feel today? You know what I mean? Like, man, I heard that the airports, I heard that the malls and all the rest of that. You know what I mean? Then you got man, maybe it's just me. I'm keep my information to myself. You. Oh, Bird, she asking questions. Like, she trying to know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Mm. Illness is new, but they resting very dangerously. Well, that's the question I was asking, because what I did hear is that they are starting to quarantine again, and they said Mr. Dnell's secret. Well, I mean, the way you said it, it didn't sound like no secret. So I mean, look, Bird. Somebody trying to see what's up. Congratulations, she is YouTuber. Oh, um, Bird, I have a girlfriend now. 1 year anniversary. Like, uh, no, Bird been happy, and I know this, because he's mentioned it to me. Um, she doesn't do YouTube, and probably don't want her out here on these streets, you know what I mean? Look, she probably don't want you out here on these streets either, because boy. What I'm seeing on the other side of town, boy, look, if people been following that stuff, boy, like that is where the action is at. And you talk about live streaming, and you talk about an audience of people, and you talk about stuff you can see and stuff like that. I'll be on the other side of town as a lady, boy. And look, I was talking about it yesterday and the day before. Like, I don't want to get out here and shout nothing now, but I still been watching, and it's been some news. And if you heard me say one of the big YouTubers the other day that give out the news out here, boy, he keeping it lit. And yesterday he came out here and said something to the people, boy, it had me fired up. I ain't gonna lie. I was so fired up when I heard him. I gotta say it out loud. Ticket TV did this thing yesterday. I'm telling you, he told the people, boy, y'all come out here and listen to Jay-Z though. I get out here and give you some news on Jay-Z though. Everybody out there, you know what I mean? Boy, he got on the people yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. I liked it. I ain't gonna fret. I was in the background like, yeah. Because I do be supporting people But I don't say nothing in the chat, you know what I mean? Like, cause I'll be passing in, passing out, and then I'm not gonna interact in the chat. And there's a lot of content creators I really don't know them. I really don't want them to know me, just in case, you know what I mean? Cause they get out here. Who is Jay-Z? Oh, Doug. Oh, Doug. Out there in Canada. Y'all don't know who Jay-Z is out there in Canada? Um, I'm trying to think of Jay-Z from Rockefeller Records back in the day. Jay-Z is. I'm trying to think of a good record. You know what I mean? He did Diamonds in the Sky. No, he didn't. Was he on the remix? I don't know how that worked. A Jay-Z record that they would know about. Look, I listen to rock. Oh, okay, yeah, but you might want to look in the search engine to find out who is Jay-Z that can pronounce it and tell you better than I can. But I'm gonna tell you, you might want to pay attention to who he is because you might get some information out there to be like, damn, because I've been hearing about y'all president, prime minister, whatever. These people out here in this world getting ready to go down. That's what it looked like. The question was asked yesterday. Do you think Barack Obama will be arrested in the next 2 weeks? I started to think, Barack, what he out here doing? Did you hear about Don Lemon? Man, yo, I'm telling you, I just don't want to be out here sounding like I'm gossiping, man. But I'm talking about this stuff I've been seeing in these streets. Like, this is what's hot out here. Like, they having conversations all over the place. You can find something interesting if you're looking for something. As of lately, I just been listening, watching, man, because I ain't been feeling like doing nothing because I've been feeling like I'm trying to get back in health, you know what I mean? And whatever been a time, I don't like Don Lemon. See what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never liked him myself, you know what I mean? But he got his own take, and I guess he an activist out here in these streets. Shout out to Liquid 420 is in the house checking in. Bird, meet Liquid 420, you know, good peoples, you know what I mean? And Liquid 420, that's Bird. Doug the guitarist, you know, y'all all, you know what I mean? Meet Liquid 420. Appreciate you, Liquid 420, sir. Um, who else we got out here? Yo, the boy, okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. Boy, look, they got allegations. They got allegations of your boy Donald Trump right now, boy. And he calling for a Barack arrest. Like, yo, I'm telling you, now, if Barack do get arrested, you know, I don't know how that's gonna look, you know what I mean? But it's gonna be questionable because a lot of people think Barack is, you know what I mean, I ain't gonna say what, but people be just chilling. Okay, bet. Look, people do be thinking he's such and such, right? And if he's saying, yeah, arrest him, right? And then these allegations coming out on him, like Donald Trump got some stuff today I heard about that is just like you want to hope it ain't real, you know what I mean? But then it's again, you don't know. Like it seems like it's all set up. I don't know if it's a big flood of information getting ready to come out to distract people, but you about to see some headlines that's about to hit the news, and you about to be wondering like, is this true or not? And I think that's gonna get people glued into wondering, was it true? And they gonna go after it, like the whole Diddy stuff, you know what I mean? And then once they get trapped into that, I think something behind the scene gonna be going on. Boy, they're gonna be, and then it's gonna be like the mandates. You gonna pop, you go, what? That's the law. What you mean? It wasn't the law yesterday. That's how it's gonna be, you know. So I just want to make sure I mention that just because, boy, something is going on, and I'm telling you, it's about to be worldwide. It ain't gonna just be in my city. It ain't gonna just be in my country. It is gonna be in your country. It's gonna be in my country. It's gonna be all over, and you can just see it. I'm telling you. I ain't trying to make it seem like I know, but boy, what else we got? I'm trying to think of other stuff in my head, you know, but y'all know I'm getting older. My mind don't move as fast. But shucks, I gotta talk to myself on this thing, and that is the hardest thing to do. But when you got people to interact with, and they coming up in here and they talking and stuff, like it does get fun. So shout out to y'all, man, cause y'all are the people, man, and I really truly can't get it done without y'all. So I'm trying 7 likes. We got people moving in and out. We got 3 people in here now. Some people just rather watch the video back, and that's what I'd rather do. So try to get this done as quick as I can, man. I was thinking about doing another one, but I starting to get used to doing the hour live streams, and I was thinking about certain things I could actually do within that hour. And then if I get like a series and then like mess with the titles, you know what I mean? Like I could actually start taking the hours on the move instead of doing what the 2 hours that I was doing and stuff like that from the live. I was just thinking, just because, like then I can get in motion, and just start getting used to speaking again, meeting people, like new people coming in and stuff like that. Like I'm really starting to feel that way. So it's trying to stay on balance just the whole hour, you know what I mean, and speak all the way through because I was watching the ones yesterday and the day before, you know what I mean, that, I'm doing better just, trying my best not to take another break, but I got some stuff I want to do this week, man, that I know I ain't gonna be able to make it in. So um, I appreciate you guys joining. If you came in to say what's up. Uh, I know I won't be here tomorrow. That's just for sure. Unless we gotta get out here and see. And I'm gonna think about doing those hours later. Instead of just always doing it at the 8 or 9 o'clock time that I'm normally here. Start doing them, just a little later in the afternoon and then in the evening, and then probably at night. Like I'm thinking about even coming up in this joint 2, 3 o'clock in the morning just to try to get out here and just I don't man, I could it should be fun for me anytime I go live, and that's the way it used to be, that I want to continue to do it like that. So I'll be trying. Oh boy, that jaw hurt so bad. It's just right here. And then it's like it's kind of like an ear infection. Like you could feel it right there. And I started to come out here with some cotton in my ear, but then people probably I thought I had a earpiece. Asa cinquendo quattro. Okay. Welcome to the live stream. We got a new person in here. Want to just check your background really quick just to make sure you are definitely a real channel. We do appreciate you. We just subscribed to your channel. And welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you coming in. Everyone getting a cough now. And that's crazy because I just got a text from somebody I didn't get a chance to respond back to. It was like, man, I feel like I'm getting sick. And that's how I've been feeling, you know what I mean? But it's just all this right here is so sore. And I think it's more or less like an infection, you know what I mean? Like I don't think it's just like a flu symptom or a virus or nothing like that. Well, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I'm feeling. Um, like Bird, look, you know her just in case, you know what I mean? Cause Bird know everybody. Just I'm struggling with this, man. So anyway, man, I was trying my best. If you translate scent quartos in English, 114, and I'm watching you from France. So your name means 114? Like what the 114 mean? I'm just curious to know. I wish I had my lab button because thank you for like explaining that to me. Like I know I kind of messed your name up. Like I got a little bit of pronunciation problem. And when I be reading names and stuff, like people be questioning how I'm pronouncing it, you know what I mean? But um just like I was trying to say your first name, like Syria. I mean Asia, right? Asia Cinquatos .1. You know what I mean? But if you translate Cinquatos in English, it is 114. France is in the building, yo. That got me smiling. Like, man, look, we had a little interaction with France. Like, what's going on out there in France? What's the weather like? You know, what time is it in France? You know what I mean? What are y'all out there eating in France? We looking for new stuff to eat. You know, I know y'all. I don't know. I don't want to say it like that, but I mean, aren't y'all like really famous for the French bread out there? Like, is it true? Oh, I'm talking about Italy, huh? Is it true that they be really riding bikes and stuff with the French bread, like selling French bread and stuff? I'm just curious to know. I heard it was like that. Yes, I'm French, and I have learned a little more speaking English. Now, isn't French and English kind of close? You know what I mean? Like it's just the accent, right? You know, I don't know. You know, like or Swedish. You know what I mean? Like they talk. I don't know, but hang around. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us are just learning English too. Like you see me, I ain't even got English all the way. You know, but you are definitely welcome here, and we appreciate you. French language is Latin language. Oh, we talking scripture now. We talking Latin, Greek. We talking all the. Okay, I see. Okay, similar Italian, Spanish. Oh, okay, okay. Mm, mm-hmm. Well, um, you know, that's what make us all different. You know what I mean? And what we gotta do, we stick together. You know what I mean? Like we finding out what's going on in the France out there. Like y'all feeling all right? We just curious to know. You know what I mean? Like we ain't getting no reports as of lately, but we need you to check in case we get reports. You know, English is more gourmet, dramatic, dramatic. Um, But the dramatic part of it all is we all are from somewhere else, you know what I mean? And hopefully we could all chill up in here and get it together, you know. But boy, look here. If you come in here, you already got it together. Some of us just don't have it together. I'm one of them people. Me too. That's all I could tell you. I'm just like you know what I mean? I'll go through it. Boy, trying to get through it. So yeah, man, we have France in the building. Man, we got Manila in the building. That's out there. You know what I mean? We chilling right now. You know what I mean? And we got Canada in the house. You know, and hopefully you feeling comfortable up in here. So that was how you find us. I'm just curious to know. Asia, you know how you find us. I'm just curious to know. Boy. I don't know how much this is done. Boy, you gotta get out here and read. Boy, look, I ain't studied in a while. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm going to the server because they over there studying the word of God. You know what I mean? Like, man, God can help you do everything. And I'm out here reading these comments like, I need the Lord. I'll be nervous. I think that's the part of live streaming I like. Is how it makes me nervous. You know what I mean? Like, if you know what it feel like to be on a roller coaster, you know, like there's a dopamine in this that it's so fun. Like you don't know what you about to say. You just get out there and you just run. And Bird Chopper, hi, how are you? Yeah, that's a good people's right there. Bird is good people's. Um, Let me see with 5 people here. Y'all really did each one of y'all hit the like, or if you just didn't feel like it, you forgot? Um, King Y8T. I speak none of this language. Well, let me find out who you are right quick, and then we can talk to you. Um, Sir, well, you have been here before. You already have a mod. You do have a real channel, and I am subscribed to your channel. So for you to say that you do not speak none of this, you understand something. You've been here before. What's going on with you, man? King Y8. Y'all play too much, man. Where you from, King Y8? I'm just curious to know, like, man, how y'all come out here from these other countries playing so much? Like, Gotham came out here playing like that too. We need to know where you from, man. Put it in the chat. No, I'm just saying, Liquid, man, you see how they be coming up here playing all from a whole nother country. Acting like he don't speak no English. I don't understand nothing that's going on in here. But I think King speaks Madran. I still been struggling with English, boy. I'm getting there. I ain't gonna lie. I've been trying. Look, I'm from India. I told you India be checking in, man. Like, look, what you from the south side or you from the north side of India? We need to know. We found out y'all got a south side out there. Most of my homeboys from the south side. I just need to know. Get them up in here tripping, boy. Look, south side. Oh, you from the south? Boy, Southside building up in here, boy. We got Southside of India. They coming through. You know what I mean? Look like we all right on the south side. I don't know what the north side of India looking like out there, boy. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Stop. Let's see. I don't do English. Man, Doug, you in Canada. Ain't that all they speak out there in Canada is English? I don't think they got no different language. I'm telling you, man. But I'm telling you, prime minister, your president, something. He is on them Epstein files, is what I'm saying, man. So he hanging out there. I'm telling you, man, a lot of them out there tripping. I don't mean to get too loud, you know. Let's see, Trill, bro. Welcome back to YT. Yeah, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Like India, they know about me out there like that. Like, so I mean, welcome. Let's see, local council. Make a look shout out. Local council. When you talk about your governments and y'all got prime ministers, presidents, what y'all got in India? Like, we just curious to know. Like, y'all got a government? Like, how does that work? You know what I mean? Kahana, bro. King Y8, you starting to be questionable to me. Like, first of all, Kahana ain't up in here. Second of all, how you know all these people and you act like you ain't never been here before? Like, you starting to question me. Like, you looking real comfortable up in here for some reason. How you're calling me Trib and some more stuff. Like, look, I don't remember you moving in the live stream like that. I'm just saying, like, you moving kind of freely now. I'm just saying, like, you getting real comfortable. Look, I'm just saying, man, like, we question it. I need to know if he trolling, you know what I mean? Because he got a whole channel. Look, I'm a special person, man. I gotta go look into him again, man, because he got a whole channel. He got videos of some more stuff. I thought he was all right, but he played too much. He got a whole channel. You got songs and stuff. Like, what you doing over there, man? You ain't got no live streams. Like, you ain't live streaming. You out here playing in my chat, but you don't go live. You need to go live, man. How have you been, King? Bro, King, oh, you know him? Was he playful in your chat too? I'm just curious to know. He always had that personality. Look, he gonna have to join us one day, man. I know he can sing, man. Come up here and sing a song for the people, man. We gonna do it on a Saturday. You know King Trib? Is it the King? Oh, that King. Oh my God. I ain't never seen a picture of him until now. Is that? Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My fault. What's up, King? How you doing, man? I'm getting older, man. It's not that I don't remember you. I remember you. I was just thinking you getting comfortable. Now I understand why. Okay. I don't know. I wasn't thinking India. I think I was thinking Asia, and then somebody up in here was named Ash. Is close to Asia. What up? What up, bro? Trip, it's okay. Your memory is getting messy. No, I ain't getting messy, man. I know who exactly you was. You just came up here playing, you know what I mean? And you changed the channel around a little bit, you know what I mean? Like before you used to hide, you ain't put your image out there. Didn't nobody know what you look like. Now I know what you look like. I'm like, oh, okay. Can't play too much. Man, what's going on? How you seen my man's where he at? Damn. I can't get out here and just think quick, you know. I just really can't. It's not me. This YouTube changed my name. Nah, man, you changed it. Man, Liquid 420, you was just you was just laughing, and you got 420 in your name. We was talking about that earlier. Like, that's why he over here cracking up. Look, bro, age is getting old, fat. Come on, man. It sounds like you getting too comfortable now. Yeah, cause seeing like my birthday coming quick, boy. Look, I seen like that's when I really got out here, and got back to doing it, and it seemed like I got here quick, and it seemed like my birthday about to happen again, and then Man, I heard the dude last night talking about he been doing YouTube for 20 years, like 20, boy. Happy birthday in advance, Trip, bro. No, I got 3 months to go, man. It just feel like it's gonna come quick though. Like it seem like never know, might be my next live stream, because I need to take some time, But I was thinking of a person's name. I can't think quick enough. I just really can't. And it don't mean nothing, because if I see him, then I'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But um, I just can't. I cannot think fast enough whatsoever. But there was a whole group of us, 3 months running faster. Just blink of the eye, boy. Now, King, man, how's things been doing out there? Where you're at in India. We've been getting reports of the Nepha virus. I believe it's the Nepha. You know what I mean? And I was just curious to know, if you heard anything, you seen anything. You've been feeling a certain kind of way. Like we're just asking questions, just so we can keep an eye on this thing that they're talking about. Because boy, curious. And then how you got a chance to meet Guy here, he out there in the South Side too. You know what I mean? Like maybe y'all know each other, y'all from the same, area. Nah, I'm in the safest place in India, bro. Uh okay. That's good. Okay. Well, I need you to still look into that so that you would know, and stay focused. Because I heard they got like quarantine setups, where people are actually being isolated under the sea. Uh, ooh, what's going on under the sea? Like, you want to talk to us about that and tell us what that's about? We're curious to know. Max, maximum satisfaction. God, dog, boy, I couldn't think of it. I couldn't think of it. Not that I didn't know who he was. I was wondering, how you see Max. Yeah, Max, bro. Yeah, I was just like, man, London. Yeah, UK. How you seen him? I gotta get up this time. Hold on. All right, 5 people in the house. King, you never go to the Negaland. Yo, I was watching this thing the other day, and they was talking about how we talk about the winter in the states and stuff we come from, and who is kidnapped? Somebody got kidnapped. He oh 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 Max, he got kidnapped. Um, like you just joking, right? They they find him? They get him back? My bro Max, like what happened to Max? But anyway, I was watching this thing and they was talking about how the weather has been around like different parts and different areas of our country, and they was like, "How you ever seen what Niagara Falls look like?" And they took us through Niagara Falls. Like it's cold as a mug out there. Looked it crazy. I want to go to Neverland. Um, Boy, it look like you moving around. Like you might as well. You out that way, ain't you? Like you might as well. Bird, nah, bro. It's so far away from me. And it's north side. Oh, but y'all can't go on the north side if you from the south side. Like what's the problem with that? Mm, 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 mm. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, they got hoods everywhere, different cultures, different areas. Like everybody ain't invited to these streets, boy. And it's like that. Even out, bird, it's cold. They eat cockroach. Is that what it said? It ain't got a. You ain't got a cockroach emoji. The cockroach look real. I'm talking about a digital cockroach. Bro, and so much stuff like that. And most beautiful place. Um, See, I don't want to talk about people's customs and stuff, but I did hear you get some protein from eating a cockroach. But are they cooking it? You know what I mean? How are they seasoning it? You know, how are they preparing it for the people? You know what I mean? Like you just ain't finna put your hand up in there and get one and say, here you go. You know, so they used to be cannibals. Uh, well, doesn't look like we'll be going to India anytime soon. Just because we need to know what kind of meat that is they are putting on the Hitachi grill. For real, boy. Like I ain't wanted to eat no sushi in first place. You know what I mean? But boy, look here. Like, what kind of meat is that? I'm good. I'm just eat salad today. Shout out to Adam Garcia. Yo, shout out to you, man. Hey, man, I need you to keep your head up, keep encouraged. I know exactly what you going through, what you feeling. You know what I mean? I feel you on that. You know, but sometimes you got to get to a place, man, where you you got to find your purpose and what your calling is. As long as you got your relationship with God, boy, that ministry is always there. I just want to say that. You know what I mean? Cause just don't walk away from God. That's all I would say. Because we do get exhausted, you know what I mean? And we do go through stuff that we just don't want to share with people, you know what I mean? But I just want to say salute to you. I seen it 3 o'clock in the morning, like, yo, I feel you. Don't eat the sausage trip. I ain't never been really too into the sausage anyway. I just want to put that out there just because you heard how that sound. Like, don't eat it. Like, good. Let's see, cockroach, real one, bro. That sound personal. I ain't gonna even lie. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't get out here telling people I'm not giving up on Yahweh. As long as you don't do that, you know what I mean? Man, we all in this together, you know. Um, he ain't gonna give up on us. That's the main thing. Thailand eat grasshoppers. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I would feel more comfortable eating a grasshopper than I would a roach. I just, roach is like, mm-mm. They both nasty. Don't get me wrong, you know, but they both got protein from what I'm hearing. Now, if it comes down to this, you know what I mean? Is what I'm saying. If it comes down to this, I bought a scorpion in Thailand. I seen people eating scorpion. I seen them doing that out here in Arizona. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I'm just not a fan of the scorpion. To be trying to eat scorpions as well. Um, the stuff that you guys are talking about that you are eating. I hope that it is prepared right, cooked right, served right, seasoned right. Like man, don't just be out there eating this stuff as is, for real. I'm not in a bad place, Yahweh. I'm in a good place. Something coming up, and you will know. Shout out to you. You know how to reach me. You know, and I appreciate you. Salute Garcia. Yo, and then I want you to say, man, stay warm because I know it was cold where you was at. You know, hopefully it gotten warmer since then. I'm I'm a chef and my sushi is fresh, yo. Man, look, some of that sushi ain't fresh, yo. I went to this little sushi Hitachi bar the other day. You know what I mean? I just ain't wanted to be sitting here looking at the meat just sitting there on the counter. You know what I mean? They had the noodles sitting there. You know, and you gotta go and pick the stuff on your plate and then give it to him so he can put it on the grill and stuff. I don't know if you heard me talking about that meat glue yesterday, boy. Look, you don't want none of that in your meat. Um, nah, I don't want to be messing with you. But the sushi stuff, you would have to like show me something new that I would like really say, oh, you would really like this. Like you would have to sell me on it before I eat it. Like I ain't gonna just be trying stuff. That's just how I am. Um, they was eating the sushi at San Francisco Airport. Mm. See the parasites and stuff like that, and then sushi is too raw meat for me. You know what I mean? And then fish, like certain fish, I just don't want to eat. And then the shrimp, like I like my shrimp cooked. You know what I mean? Like you could grill it, put some little butter in it. I got see. I think I'd rather just cook for myself. That's just what it is these days. You don't want everybody cooking for you. You know what I mean? Because everybody ain't got the same taste buds as you. You can make it taste a little better. Let's see. Nah. I mark my own, dude. Oh, okay, you make your own. Oh, okay. Um, I really just never got into sushi, which I probably should just because I'm ready to eat something different now. You know what I mean? Like if you could tell me something to try, but as long as it ain't no imitation meat, you know what I mean? Like that imitation crab, like I'm seeing that there's a lot of people preparing that imitation crab, saying it's real crab and it tastes like the real crab, and you know, them parasites and that's the stuff being made in them labs and stuff. Like, I ate cow brain before. Um, I mean, you gotta eat, but as long as it's again, it's how it's prepared. You know what I mean? Like it's not like Fear Factor. When they used to just say this is cow brain, you gotta eat it, and you know what I mean. You can see stuff still moving and stuff. Like you just don't want to be trying stuff like that these days. Is all I'm saying. Most sushi is smoked salmon or tuna. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got to the point where I think I'm just cool on fish. You know what I mean? Again, like somebody got to sell me to say, yo, this is the best fish, the best way it's cooked. I don't know. Okay, I would rather have a fried fish. That's cool, but salmon. Like a lot of people ain't cooking salmon good, and it's tasting real fishy, And I started to get to a point where I'm backing up from this stuff, but tuna, I never really had a tuna. Like if I would to go to a fish market to pick up a fish, I never really took the tuna to actually see, if I cook it a certain kind of way, how's that gonna taste? So that might be something we might look into. Fish brain is the last brain I ate. Uh, boy, cow brain, bro. But it's so sweet and mixed. You know, uh, you know, I don't want to talk about the stuff y'all eating, you know what I mean? I'm just saying I never tried it before. And again, people got, different customs and tried stuff before. I just cook it like steak. I don't do I don't do brain. Um, I ain't never did it neither. Yo, William Gilbert is in the house. Shout out to my man William Gilbert checking in. He stopped checking in with the hammer and the honey. Sir D now. I'm Sir now. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Shout out to him, man. I've been keeping in touch with William behind the scene, man, while I've been sick, laying down, and the information him and I just been going back and forth with. Boy, like William, boy, I'm on the edge of my seat seeing some of this stuff out here, boy. Look, I'm telling you. Oh, now you gonna give me the hammer and the honey? Yeah, look here. uh, Let me see. Bird, bro. I'm in India too. Uh, does the fish have brain? No, no knowledge. Um, does a fish have brain? Bird, you say you just ate some fish brains the other day. Uh, how was that cooked and served? I'm just curious to know. I think we all got different taste buds. You know what I mean? Like I like soul food. Like y'all know what the soul food tastes like. You know what I mean? Some collard greens. I'll just have to change the subject. Hey, bro, how you doing? Um, so it's 63 minutes in. Boy, look here, I'm still in this thing. I like soul food. um, 8 people in the house. Like, look, I've been waiting for y'all to show up, all 8 of y'all, And I was thinking, man, like, look, I could keep going, but man, my throat hurts so bad. Feed me anything except macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna be honest with you, William. I stepped away from a lot of macaroni and cheese because certain people can't make it, right? But you do come across certain people that do make some good macaroni and cheese. And if you come across it, man, stick with it. Like I wouldn't just automatically give it up. If you never tried it, you know what I mean? Like some of that box macaroni and cheese, like it is a little, but man, William, I wish you would have seen that video last night. I'm telling you, man, like Man, if you would have checked in to see that one, I think you would have been able to answer everything you was questioning. You know what I mean? But when he said, "Boy, I can't repeat it out here," but he said it, and I was like, "Ooh!" And the next thing I know, he took his live stream down. I just eat whatever is around, Trib. Bro, it can't be fine in the head of a fish brain. It's like a G, like a taste simpler, like fish capsule omega 3. Um Omega, like there is an alpha and omega. I am the great I am. You know what I mean? Like you gonna get me out here praising. You know what I mean? Like when I see certain stuff that is connected to the Lord, um, King, you too. But I already have eaten snails at that my parents brought in a shop on Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2025. Um, snail. Okay. Mm, mm. How was that prepared again? Like you know what I mean? Like are y'all eating this stuff alive, or is this stuff being cooked and served right to y'all? Because y'all really need to start being careful on what y'all eating. Y'all can't just be testing anything these days. You know what I mean? Snail like a slug without a shell. When I was young, Enrico Gates to wisdom, right? Wish the union family peace and abundance, big cuzzo. Man, shout out to Packy, man. Shout out to Cuz. I appreciate you, man. Checking in. Now people in the house. Look, I said that my parents I said I say that my parents bought it and I say that my parents bought it because in France you have to be 18 to use your bank card without that, and I will be 18 in 2027. Uh okay. It's mostly grown folks up in here. And now I know you knew. And we like, dang, we made it all the way out there to France. Now I would have never knew if you would have never said anything, you know what I mean? But we are checking IDs at the door just in case we are saying a little grown-up stuff. I will try to keep it clean, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying we do want to make sure we are careful the way we do move in the chat. Now, King is a young guy, you know what I mean? And he's kind of close to that age and everything, but I'm just gonna let it be known I'm just really not that age, you know what I mean? So if you out here in these streets, we need you to be careful because you hanging out with grown people, you know what I mean? And the one thing we could just tell you, like we don't want to press it on you, but we want to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Because I myself believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and I want to make sure if I'm out there speaking to any youngster that is coming up in this world that they know God for themselves and that they try to test and find out, test and see what the Lord is gonna do. If you go and see some of his scripture, it's gonna really wake up anything in your system if you're going through something. But I want to make sure that you know that if you don't know anything else, find out what it means to be born again. I just want to say that. And that's out there in France. Tell your friends about it. Tell everybody else. It is some good news in that. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I put that there and say it. Not that anything wrong that you wanted to come here, you know what I mean? But we are going through tribulation times, and that is some tribulation news that you can use. And anybody else out there, shout out to them. Yeah. Yeah, Pac Man. Okay, Packy, you the chase. Okay, Packy getting out here moving. I see you, Pac. Look, that's my real blood right there in the chat right there. His name Pac Man. I see the way you spelled it too. I like that. Let me see. Let's see. Check your dictionary, adults, minors in the chat. Well, we want to make sure that y'all are not moving in the chat. Now, you could be in the background. We probably do got a couple other ones that are back there too, but I definitely don't want to get out here sounding like I'm doing anything with none of y'all. I'm just saying, the new allegations about your president, Trump. That's what I could tell you. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying in general, William Gilbert is somebody that be on me about the restrictions. I'm just telling you, you know what I mean? Like he really be trying to tell me certain things. Now I can't control who comes in and who goes out, but I have to control what is going on in the chat. Now King he was on restriction for many years. It took him years to get out here and move in this chat because he came in here as a youngster. You just want to make sure you're careful on certain things that you are telling people out here. You don't want to get too personal. So let's see, 1996, bro. Time to travel. Pack the sushi. Uh, I'm gonna be honest with you, King. You know what I mean? Like I am not getting ready to pack no sushi. I'm gonna try to cook some sandwiches, some chickens. I'm just trying to get. Look, Trump tripping, man. There's some stuff going on that y'all gonna be hearing some stuff, boy. And I heard those allegations earlier today, and I had to put it out there. Like these is stuff you about to start hearing, and you got to ask yourself: is it true or not? You speaker of Donald Trump, because I heard you say Donald Trump. Ooh, Trump ready to, yo. I heard he just sued the IRS for $10 billion. Real talk. I heard he sued for $10 billion. It's a lot of names on that list. Boy, you seen that junk too, Packy? Like, I seen it too. I was like, well, and then if y'all heard like my last year, I even said it this last year. Like, if you want some news, like somebody that's out here in these streets that really that's gonna give you the news, go over there to Ticket TV. You know, Ticket TV Media is what he got it, but he come out there and get to you first. I ain't gonna lie. Trump, shout out to Miss Jen. Look, I cook good roast. Yo, why did you know that's not the first time you said that to me? I'm trying to think when we was talking about before that. You said the same thing about the roast chicken. Miss Jen, shout out to you. Appreciate you. Look, Trump have meet the president of country named uh Asaya. Look, that name before, like they was saying before, you know what I mean? They think he is the man of sin, you know what I mean? It was talking about that name came up, but they got another name out here that people be looking at, and they've been doing some investigating on him for a long time and saying, man, look, we think he in perdition. Perdition. What is it? What is it? Yeah, he be in perdition. Man, look, when they say peace and safety, boy, dead sudden destruction, boy, people ain't gonna be ready. Look, I rock with Ticket TV. He be on it. Don't he, you know what I mean? Like he came through yesterday on the people, boy. He told them, y'all come over here. Y'all go listen to Jay. When I had Jay-Z in the title, y'all all here. But boy, but he said, Miss Jen, long time no see. How you, yeah, see good people. Um, feel like Trump is a common enemy of all the people. Um, um, well, that does seem accurate a little bit, but not a lot. You know what I mean? But the only reason why I say that is because they love him. They love Barack. They love a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna treat it like I treat all these celebrities. You know what I mean? Like, let me just say this real quick. Hold on, blow my nose right. Hold on. All right. So, cause I kind of been kind of getting out here, kind of talking about these streets, right? But I was thinking about something yesterday. As these Epstein files is coming out, like it don't bother me because I never really cared about any of these entertainers like that. There's a couple of them, you know, I got a lot of love for and stuff like that. But I've always believed in the sacrifices, the stuff that the selling they souls, and you know what I mean, and the writing their name and blood, all that. I believed in all that a long time ago. And I would say this, it got to the point where that's my cousin Bird. I just want to say that's my little cousin right there. Um, I always say this, you know, that I always felt like that about celebrities, you know what I mean? And then I was thinking about how I'll be out here talking about the different YouTubers. Shout out to you, Miss Jen. I appreciate your donation. she, she be blessing me, man. I appreciate you. Look, so check this out. I'm always talking about the different entertainers and stuff like that, right? And I will say that I used to always kind of, step away from it because I felt like, look, hold on, I'm telling y'all, politicians, art musicians, and puppets. Watch this, watch this hand. The other still, exactly what I'm talking about. The distraction that's getting ready to come out. But hold on, let me say that. So I've always try to stay away from it, but I believed in the different things I've always heard. What these Epstein files are coming out to do is show people that it's true. It really does exist. You know what I mean? From the stuff that you heard, it seemed like entertainers always have the most tragic stories in their family. You know what I mean? Like if you look into some of their stories and it's like they never come out and speak about it, and they look like they're just as shocked to see certain stuff. I don't know if it's a supernatural situation that happens, but it'd be some trauma that happens in the family, and then it seemed like they go to a higher level, you know what I mean, of fame. And I just want to say that, you know what I mean? But what I was gonna say was this also. It's been a time where people always looked into these entertainments like we didn't trust the celebrities. There's one celebrity out here I would tilt my hat to and shout him out only because he the only one I actually respect when it came to those other celebrities, because he actually stood his ground on becoming who he is out here in these streets, and people know him out here in these streets just because he was able to stand his grounds. And I want to say that shout out to Kwame Brown. Like, that's the only one I really respect. Only because when they were saying stuff about him, you know what I mean? Like, he stood up on it and he didn't run from him. And he always said something back to him, right? And then he started getting involved in the communities out here and being a part of YouTube. And he done been on these streets for a long time. And I'm telling you, you know what I mean? He has always talked about the get along gang, and all that stuff. But when you hear these stories about these entertainments and you seeing all these people getting together, I don't know if it's a mass flood of entertainment news that's getting ready to come out here to just distract people because something else getting ready to go on. But y'all be careful. Y'all keep your eyes open. Stay vigilant. Look, I gotta get some sleep. Okay, Bird, shout out to you. Appreciate you stopping by. Um, let's say, God bless you guys all. That's Bird leaving out. Let's see. Good morning, all. Maria Michelson is in the house. Shout out to you, Maria. What about Tupac? He wasn't afraid to speak. I don't never want to speak against Pac. You know what I mean? Like, I love Pac. You know what I mean? But I think that's what started to open my eyes at like 19. You know what I mean? When first you heard George Bush and then you heard Pac, and he would always say "kill Illuminati," and he speak about it, and then you just would follow his music to see the different stuff that was hidden. You know what I mean? It seemed like different codes and stuff like that. But that's somebody you learned. Like, he had so much material. Like, he just record, keep on recording, and that's a lot of people took that work ethic on. But for me, yeah, he opened my eyes as far as a rapper being able to speak against it. And I'll tell you how. You know what I mean? Just because, like, okay, so, like, okay, let me just use this as an example. You know what I mean? Like, there's allegations coming out with Jay-Z and Pusha T together, right? Sometimes in the story, in the allegations that the people are saying, they're saying these people are there and they're naming them and stuff like that. But sometimes these people that are there, they have no way to get out. Like, they're trapped in that situation to be there, be named with whatever was going on and all the rest of that. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is this. I feel like, hold on, what do you say? Uh, Pac got me kind of conflicted because he spoke against them. But okay, he had an old video back in the day, right? And it seemed like he was being uh escorted around. You know what I mean? Like, he's just an entertainer. You know what I mean? Like, management has him go wherever he is and this and that. So the people that's around him or the people he meeting and stuff, you can see him like happy to see an older woman. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, yo, I feel good to see an older woman. Like they keep on introducing me to these young, you know, girls, basically. And that opened my eyes then, just that little snip to say, well, you know, they were putting these people in front of them. You know what I mean? Like as an entertainer, I seen it done. And I'm thinking to myself, well, some of these people are put in these positions and they not trying to be there. You know what I mean? But their name is coming up and you're gonna hear some of them, but for me, when it comes to Tupac, like that was somebody I truly got love for. But I started seeing stuff later on, and just like my cousin said, it was conflicting. Like he looked like he was part of certain things, because the information came out to just tie him to certain things, But a lot of them are like that, you know what I mean? Like for Biggie, for me, I seen when he came out with his own clothing brand, 666 on his collar, you know what I mean? Like I seen these things, and you always heard these things, about Jay-Z and what's the name? Maria, the chick, the spirit cooking and all the rest of that. Like you heard these things, and now it's coming to light. Is it true? What they gonna do? They gonna arrest these people? They gonna if you see a mass arrest of all of these people that people have looked up to, that is judgment. God is coming through to do something. I'm telling you, like, yo, there ain't no way that they're gonna sit around and get rid of. I mean, get away with the stuff they've done if it's true. Like, I mean it when I say it. Good morning, afternoon. Yo, how you doing, man? How you feeling, Connor? Appreciate you checking in. Um, I'm 80 minutes in. I'm enjoying the live stream. Like, I don't know why, cause I guess I'm just sitting out here, got people to talk to. People was here. This is a Saturday. I usually don't do this, but I wasn't feeling good the last couple of days, man. So to get out here and kind of just talk, you know what I mean? I'm just talking about what we seeing. Shout out to the Hammer and the Honey. What was done in the dark will come to light. Packy. Yo, I'm telling you, man, like, I used to then, I don't think it was ever a chance in my life that I ain't believed the stuff I was hearing back in the day when it came to the conspiracies. And Kahana is one of them too that I tell you, man, conspiracies it ain't a conspiracy if it becomes real, and people used to say, oh, you a conspiracy nut, just that, Chicken Little, you know what I mean? Then what? Seem like the roof is falling from the sky. Hello, Asaya. Yeah, she from France, but you want to be careful out there interacting with everybody, boy. Lord have mercy. Um, we doing ID checks at the door, but she felt comfortable here, and I want to have my live stream be like that, where people could come feel comfortable, chill and hang out. But man, I got a sore throat, boy. It's tearing me up. It doesn't feel like a virus or nothing like that. It does feel like I don't know what tonsillitis feel like, you know what I mean? But there's something up here that's so sore. How are you? Like she very polite, you know what I mean? But I just want to make sure you know what I mean? She ain't got no ID. Let's see. I've been posting lots of wolf pictures on my community. Okay. We got 11 people in the house. She got the wolves in her community. And how y'all doing out there where you are, as far as the snowstorm? I seen there's a couple people still going through it. Hopefully y'all are all right. Wolf, yeah, well, I'm just gonna be honest with you, I'm just not an animal fan no more. You know what I mean? Like I respect them and everything, but shucks, they was the first ones chipped. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. Stuff. People and animals ain't the same no more. And when you talk about the neural link, I might as well throw that up in there. You know what I mean? We talk about these nanobots. You know what I mean? I don't want to go too far, but I'll leave it right there. Mm. You see the way I did that? Boy, look, you might have to go and scoop that up and figure out what does that mean for yourself, because I'm telling you, that's in every country. You might want to check that. Elon Musk and Donald Trump are both on that allegation. I just want to let you know Elon Musk was there too. That's type of fun. Let's see. The wolf is having a neon effect. Um, let's see. Mullen root exact will help you with your throat. Let me see. Yo, Packy, you even got my number? I need you to just text me, man. Keep in contact with me. Keith is always talking to me about you. You know, when he come through, look like foxes, foxes and coyote. Well, that's what I'm saying. Foxes, coyotes, wolves, like they all in the same category. And for me, I'm from the desert, you know what I mean? Like the coyote been, you know what I mean? They been around us, you know. But I was watching this video the other day of a coyote running after a road runner. Oh my God. Boy, I'm talking about the coyote almost caught the road runner, you know what I mean? But what it was he took a leap to try to get him, you know what I mean? And boy, that road runner was gone. But you might see it floating around somewhere. That's a viral video. Foxes are small, wolves bit bigger. Uh, and then so y'all got foxes out there in France, you know. To be honest with you, I would eat a fox. Something about the fox seems a little expensive, you know what I mean, in the menu on the menu. You know, it depends how it's cooked again, you know. But the ostrich, there you go, there you go, there you go, there. You know, I've been waiting. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna leave. I gotta see black guns and guards come up in here. Like, look, what you been doing, man? Tell me about it. Just because I know you've been paying attention to stuff on the other side of town. I know you've been paying attention to it. Let me see, Maria and me, my favorite animals is cats. Uh, well. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. The cat seemed just a little disrespectful at times, and it seemed like he'll walk up on you. You know what I mean? Like you can't just bend down and try to pet a cat, you know, because I don't know. It's something about the cat. I don't know, you know. But just like I'll be chilling and stuff. You know what I mean? I got this one in the neighborhood. He be creeping up, you know. But I don't mess with the cat myself. Look, I don't trust cat. Yeah, I mean, for as young as I always been, I always seen people come to school with scratches and stuff on them when they got cats. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a problem. Yo, I'm talking about when you got scratches on your face and stuff like that. You need to get rid of your cat. So serious. Yeah, bro, been out in these streets. No, I'm telling you, like Black Guns and Gardens, man. It's fun though when you out there on that side of town. Like once you start clicking into stuff, you'll see other stuff popping up. You know what I mean? When they go live, it'll pop up on your search engine. But I'm laughing because one of those names I told you about, I ended up going to his live stream this morning and I was dead weak. I sat up in there laughing so hard this morning. I said, I gotta go out here and get me a live stream, man. Cause that joke was funny. I could tell you which one it was and what I was listening to, but boy, look. But I will say, nah, I ain't gonna mess with it. Just because I'm telling you, man, like I don't know what it is. When you talk about these bigger YouTubers, they hear about it. From the smaller channels, they hear about it. Shout out to J Dog. One party is in the house. J Dog is in the house. Look, hello everybody. Look, OG is in here. Look, he let everybody know every time he come up in here, he was one of the first 25 in my audience, you know, and he's still hanging out here, you know. And shout out to you. I appreciate you. Look, drop the initials. Okay, I'll say this. I'll say this. The initials is one of the names I struggle with, but at the same time, the initials is the initials. You know what I mean? Like you can go off the initials. You know what I mean? If that make any sense, like I get you. Like I don't know if I want to say this one because boy, I'm telling you, every time man you say something about these bigger YouTubers, boy, it get back and I don't want no static out here. And I have foxes living near me. They seem like a breed of cats, but the night vision cats. Is it because they travel like that in pack? Okay. I can't leave you out there hanging. Okay, so I would just say, okay, I would just say this. It rhymes with the most valuable player. Now you know who I'm talking about because I guess something had happened, right? Where where there's another one of them, right? It's a female, you know what I mean? And I don't really want to give out her because I ain't really got into her like that in the past, but I know who she is. And they were saying that she went to a music video, right? At the music video, they would say she doing too much. Like when you out here live streaming stuff, like people know what you got. Like as far as like with you wearing your outfits and stuff like that. If you keep your hair a certain kind of way, and all, you know what I'm talking about. Boy, that junk had me dead weak this morning. I was dead. Oh my god. Look, Black Guns and God, man. Look, I gotta get with you. I gotta get with you on the low so I can start sending you stuff when I'm seeing stuff. Like, look, cause that's how I do William. I don't know if you hooked up on damn. I don't know if cause I don't want to say it out loud. So let me just leave it alone, cause boy. mm But what I'll do is cause I don't post nothing. I don't post in my community though, nothing, you know. But I just got all these different people I'm connected to on my other profile. That boy, when I go up over there, that's what be keeping me going through my day. But there's places that I would like to show you, you know, eventually, you know. I'm trying to think how we could do this, you know, but there's a whole bunch of different ways to contact me in the description of most of the videos I just recently did. But I'm gonna try to take like a couple of days off, man, just because I ain't been feeling good. But I need to start working on my channel. There's some of the stuff that I really, really want to work on, you know. So hopefully you guys will see the difference in some of the stuff that I have been working on. And then there's some stuff I want to tighten up on. And then my new content, you know, now my credits is renewing this weekend. You know, I'm going to get back into the lab and really do the stuff that's been motivating me. So I probably won't be out here for the next couple of days, but I'm going to try to get out here like real soon. Cats see much better than dogs in the dark. My last dog, we get lost in the dark. Uh, boy, them cats come out of nowhere. That's what I do know, boy, and they quick. I don't think you could chase no cat. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, man. And then they walk around without a leash. You know, I don't know. What you think on the e files? Well, I think you're gonna start hearing some stuff that you're gonna be like, damn, is that true? Like, I heard a lot of allegations come out in the past, you know what I mean? And it's just like, so what? Like, are y'all gonna do anything? Or are y'all just giving us stuff to look up and look into? But this time around, will it actually cause some arrests? And I think that a lot of people are actually digging into them files. And if you are on YouTube, like you're gonna have a lot of stuff to actually look at when it comes to different content creators. Like you find you one that you like the way that they deliver their stuff, it's gonna be fun, you know, because I like looking at stuff in real time, you know, and giving my take and seeing it, you know what I mean, stuff like that. That then it might make me opinionated for something, but as of right now, I just really ain't got no opinion because nothing look like it's trusted. You know what I mean? Like it just looked like it's false information. Anything dealing with Donald Trump is like fake news. You know what I mean? Like it's all that politician, all that celebrity, anything on the world stage, all that to me is like wrestling. It's not real. You know, it just seems like it's a diversion. It's something to deceive the masses, deceive the people. And I'm saying something else gonna be happening over here. You know what I mean? You're gonna look up and it's gonna be new mandates, it's gonna be new laws. I think it's a big distraction. And I think we need to be really careful, you know, because we never know, you know, exactly what it's out to target, you know, because it seemed like it's about to be a mass something coming, you know. Every year they do that World Economic Forum, you know what I mean? It seemed like as soon as that's over, the world changes, you know, to whatever they went and agreed about around the world. And the new world order, the global Zionists, the global, all that, they all the same people pushing the J. You seen that? And see, and I'm from Virginia, you know what I mean? And it bothered me. Shout out to Bisbee. Bisbee, shout out to you. That's my friend right there. That's sister right there. I appreciate you stopping by. And you know, thank you for the love. Every time I come by, she say hello, and she real kind. She always been. I seen Rojan the other day, you know, so But this would get me Black Guns and Gardens. I'm from Virginia, you know. The Clips is, you know what I mean, that's the my people's right there. Um this is what bothers me when it comes to Pusha T. His brother Malice. You know what I mean? Like they either from the same household or whatever. You know, I never knew if they was twins. I never looked into that. They could be twins, you know what I mean, and one be totally opposite than the other. But the fact of the matter is, they real brothers. I used to when I used to look at how a lot of these entertainers used to expose the industry. Malice was one of the people I used to listen to, and his relationship with Christ made him walk away from the industry. And I know how that feels because I have that same problem where it's like, man, I don't want it to mess up my relationship with Christ. Anything I'm doing out here, any, you know what I'm saying, anything that has anything to do with, my relationship with Christ, I don't want it to mess up because of entertainment. You said Malice is 3 years old. Okay, 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 okay. Good looking. Appreciate you because I know you and Diamond know y'all know the facts. You know, no, you Diamond and Dion know the facts when it comes to anything of hip hop, rap, artists, and all the rest of that. That's why I was like, I want to do a roundtable. It would be some of my family that they know the facts. So anyway, Malice would used to always talk. He used to do like videos, he used to do live streams. You could probably find some out here on YouTube, but the fact of the matter is he walked away from the industry for a reason. And I always felt like it was something he seen. It was something he didn't want to be a part of. And that's what I was saying. A lot of these artists, they're drawn into doing it because it's like initiation. Like you got to show you down. We hip hop nerds. I'm telling you, I know. And it's always been because I'll be listening to some of the posts, but I'm not on Facebook like that. This is where I'll be at. So my thing with Pusha is, I always looked at Malice to say there's something that Malice didn't want to go through, you know what I mean? And then I seen how Pusha became bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it got me to the point where his name being mentioned in the allegations is bothering me because now Malice decided to come back and be full time into, doing it. But he ain't, I don't know. But so when it comes down to that does bother me because, you know, um, there's something going on there, that I used to kind of follow, how you guys doing today? I'm doing all right. I'm pushing it, man. I felt like I'll be doing better if I just go do me a live stream, They ain't wanted to get me again like yesterday. Like yesterday, I was like, man, I couldn't even get up. I felt like I was down for the count. I'm a little sore throat, but I'm able to get through it. I was trying to think if I had another thought with the Malice situation because I used to really listen to Malice, and they had a dope album just come out. They really did. If for people don't know who Pusha T is, he battled with Drake, and that was pretty good. But yeah, man, we need a hip hop roundtable. That'll be dope. But I got to the point now, I don't feel like people really listen to hip hop like that anymore and really care about the facts of it. But if we can run pictures of clips of certain things, you know what I mean, and then bring back the fashions and just that time and stuff like that. A lot of people ain't into streaming and stuff, but this is something I really truly enjoy doing. As y'all can see, man, this is fun for me. I love talking and getting out here and just interacting with people. Malice was always my favorite out the group. Malice dope to me, man. And for people that don't know who he is, I would tell you look into him because you can look him up on the search engine and you can find some of the things that he was saying. But I felt like on his new album, he came out and he was even speaking a lot about what he was feeling, why he walked away. And a lot of them really do walk away for a reason. So I'm saying that I ain't really never paid attention. Yo, I met Malice and Pusha T at the Caesar's Palace out here, and I was going to the club. They was coming out of somewhere having dinner, and they came and I was like, I'm from Virginia. And we gave them love, you know what I mean? And I remember, I actually it was Pusha T. I was actually giving the love to, but but anyway, used to be able to find people out here like that. Like you can run into them, but that was back in the day when they had clubs inside the different hotel casinos and stuff like that. But that was a thought that came like, but would it surprise me if a lot of these names are mentioned in these files? Nah, it wouldn't surprise me. Because I feel like they have to be there to get to that level. Like there's an initiation, there's a meeting, there's a something that takes place that you have to do. And I think a lot of these people have done it. Yeah, bro, fear him who can destroy both the soul and the body. That's good word right there. You know what I mean? I'm just at the point in my life where I feel like God is revealing some things to us. Like He's showing us. You know what I mean? And now stuff is about to be played back in real time. And that's all it is for me. We just want to keep our eyes open because all the questions you have, anything you have a question to, you about to find the answers. It's gonna be right here in the open. I want to try to get back out here and do another hour. So I'm gonna get up out of here, but I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go watch this, see if I can improve on some things, and I'm gonna try to come back if I can, just because I enjoy just the energy that you get right here. You know what I mean? Like it's fun. It's like getting on a roller coaster ride. Go up in there, record something, get it done, and then get done. Let's see. Revelations is here. Yo, um, I don't know how I want to take that because I want to share something with people out there. The sorcery that's taking place in this world. You know what I mean, with the medicines and the pharmakia and all of that. You know what I mean, when it comes to that. There's a darkness involved in what's coming. And I know people see it. And I just would tell y'all. You know what I mean, if you ain't never had no relationship with Christ, just to get to know him, invite him in, ask him what does it mean to be saved? What does it mean to be born again? Lord, how do I repent? How do I get to know you? How do I face myself with the things I've been through and the things I'm trying to get out of? You know what I mean? Just build a relationship with him. And I'm telling you right now, some of the stuff that you always question, you're gonna get some answers. God bless y'all, man. I'm gonna be back in a little bit, man. I appreciate y'all coming by. Appreciate you, Packy, man. Check in. I'm gonna continue to come back out here. Love you, bro.